is true. I am under quarantine. But let me explain what that means. Because it's not what you probably think. So, I'm here on my college campus. As you can see, I'm all alone. Literally nobody else here. Why am I under quarantine? Well, it's kind of a self-imposed. The college has elected to shut down entry to the college completely close it off for the fear of this coronavirus. I understand. Our number one responsibility is to educate and also to keep a safe environment for the students. So I totally understand why the college has elected to take these steps. Now, what makes it so unique for me is that I live here, and currently I'm the only one living on the campus. There are no students here, there is no other faculty, only me and security. It's isolating, but they're trying to ensure that when classes do start later this month, that the students are coming into a safe environment. So I get that. Now, when I say I'm quarantined, it means that I cannot leave the campus. If I do, I will not be allowed back. So I'm free to leave if I want. I can go anywhere. I wanted to travel in China during the Spring Festival. That was the whole reason, but everything's closed, so there's no point in me doing that now. Even though I don't have any travel restrictions currently in place as a resident of Guangdong. Where I go, I would simply be subject to health checks, wearing a mask, and just doing my best to stay hygienic. And that's fine. So they've told me that I have to stay on the campus for 2 weeks, the 14-day incubation period, which is on the high end. Obviously, the incubation periods can be as little as 1 day or as much as 14 days. It also means that nobody can come on the campus. Nobody can come visit me. So I'm in complete isolation. Now again, because I am welcome to leave if I want and go stay in a hotel, there's no guarantee they would let me back on later this month when school starts again. I might be subject to an additional 14-day quarantine. I have plenty of food. I am well stocked. I have endured harsher environments than this in my life. I'm an old troop, so those of you who, are veterans understand what that means. And after weighing the pros and cons, I've just elected to stay here. Now, many foreigners are trying to get out of China because they're scared. I am not scared. I am not a man that scares easily. You're looking at a guy who will run, half naked with no shoes on, barefoot, up a mountain and back. Hop into the water with great white sharks, no problem. When I was living in Dana Point, which is in Southern California, I was learning to surf. I talked about this in my live stream the other day. And I was surfing at places like Doheny State Beach and Trestles and San Onofre. And all my life I've been a scuba diver, and thanks completely to my family who were also avid scuba divers. So I've gotten a good knowledge of the marine biology in Southern California. And I know what swims around underneath the surfboards in that area. That whole area of Southern California is a great white shark nursery. They are there, they're swimming underneath the boards, they're numerous, and you see people out in those waves surfing every day. They know the sharks are there, but they also understand the risk of doing what they're doing. And it's very rare that people get bitten. There goes security. Great bunch of guys here, the security guards. They're very professional and very diligent in doing their jobs. My kitties. I'm sorry, I have no food for you. But I can give you water. I know you're hungry. Alright, let me run upstairs and I'll get some food for you, okay? Everything you do in life is a risk. There's opportunity cost in every decision that you make. There's risk in walking down the street. There's risk in driving your car on the expressway. Basic human emotions. Fear, love, sadness, disgust, anger. I understand people's fear. I am not one of them. And I'm not being irresponsible in expressing my opinion on this. I am just telling you how I feel. I don't want to live my life in fear. Now, I understand other people's fear. It's a little over the top, but I understand. And if someone wants to leave China because they're scared of this phantom virus, so be it. If you want to barricade yourself in your apartment because of this virus, so be it. In fact, that's probably very safe. Common knowledge that isolation and quarantine is the best way to fight any virus. So I applaud the government's decisions as far as quarantine, because that's the quickest way to nip it in the butt. And I know here in my neighborhood, in Zhongshan, the virus is here. There are, last count was 18 people in a city of 3.5 million. It's not the zombie apocalypse. We're not at that stage yet, guys. We're a long way from it. The reason why people are so scared of this is because it's all over the news. It's new. It's juicy. It's in the headlines. People have grabbed it and ran with it. But you should be smart and vigilant anytime, especially during the winter time. Not just because of some phantom virus that's coming to get you. I know the virus is right out those gates. And you know what? I'll walk down the street and take a deep breath, no problem. Because the chances of me getting it are very small. I wash my hands. I do wear a mask when I go out. I pay attention to what I touch and what other people are touching and who handles my food. Let the government do what it needs to do. They're doing everything they can. You know, you have to applaud that, even if it's too much. I'd rather there be an overreaction than an underreaction. And I think you all can agree with me on that. But again, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. In the meantime, I will continue to live my life. I will comply by the government order for me to stay here. At the end of the day, this is not my country. I am a guest here. And if the government wants me to do certain things, I'll do them. Because they feel it's not just best for their people, but also best for me. And that's okay. It's special times. I get it. But if you ask me, am I afraid? No. I say the same thing I've always said. Be very, very cautious. Wash your hands. Be hygienic. Stay healthy. And you should be okay. So, here I am. It's only day 3. I have 11 more days to go, but it's unclear what will happen after that. Will I be allowed back outside the gate? No one can tell me. It's an evolving process. And I'm not angry by the situation. I'm just inconvenienced. That's it.